behind the scenes work. I did an interview with Braden Smith one time, and he was our SID at NWU. So I thought it would be a good idea to bring in two SID assistants. I'm joined here with Dalton Phenning and Sophie Fitch, two of my good friends. So I'm really glad that they're able to be here. Guys, how are you?
Doing great.
So good.
Feeling confident?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. I know you guys can talk. I know it's easy for us to have conversations. So, but when I was telling them that they were going to come in, they're like, what are we going to talk about? Like, I don't even know what to talk about. I'm like, you don't even have to worry because I'm the one that has to come up with all the questions.
You got it.
Yeah,
So, yeah, you just come in here, you look pretty, and you just sit here and answer some questions. It's fun. It's a fun time. So, before we start, I wanted to kind of talk about your guys' NWU journey. How did you decide to come to NWU?
Well, for me, my whole entire family just came here. My mom went to Westland, my dad went to Westland, and my sister went to Westland. And then I just got a really big scholarship. So it's kind of what led me here. It's not a very fun story.
Nothing special,
No.
It just kind of fell into your lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom also went to Westland. I came here to play volleyball, so I played volleyball for 2 years, and then I stepped away this year. So I came here for volleyball, and then I loved the community. I like the small town kind of vibe to it, so I love it.
It's big cities. It's like a big school, not a small school in a big city. That's kind of what it is. So you get all the perks of Lincoln, without actually having to do all the hustle and bustle and UNL.
I could not do that.
Did you guys ever tour UNL or look at it in any way?
Yeah, I did. But my friend, I watched him do an assignment one day, and instead of writing his name at the top of the assignment, he wrote a number. And so I no longer wanted to go there.
That's hard. Because at Nebraska Wesleyan, like all of our professors know our names. Like we have like a connection with them, and I would hate to be a number. And that was like the big thing for me on deciding schools. Just because I came from a school that like I knew all of my teachers and I feel like it was a community. So NWU kind of feels like high school in a way.
Yeah.
Because everybody kind of knows everyone. And that's exactly how my high school was. So
that sometimes is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, I love it. I wouldn't be able to do the whole number thing. Like I love talking to my teachers and like being able to like go up to them after class and ask questions and them actually like know like who you are.
Okay, who are you? You're the girl with the smile and the pretty eyes. So, looking and talking about the SID office, how did you guys kind of know that you wanted to work in there, or how did you kind of find out about it?
I originally had no idea it was a thing. I came to school to be an anesthesiologist, and I switched
to
a data. Yeah.
That's a choice.
I switched from that to a data analyst and sports management major. So it's a pretty big switch. And then Gina Chambers, our professor, in one of her classes, you have to do like exploratory hours where you pretty much work. And I got the opportunity to do the stats for the baseball team with Canyon, the old SID. And so I kind of just ran with it. I got the opportunity for baseball, and then I switched to do every single sport on campus. So
I've been working in the office for like 2 years now. So my sophomore year, I changed to sports management major, and because Canyon reached out to me and was like, hey, like some of the girls in here were saying that you'd be interested. Like, I'd love for you to come in, like kind of talk about it. I was like, oh yeah, I'd love to. And then I met with Canyon and we kind of like talked about like what I could do to help. And I've just been working in there ever since, and I love it.
I feel like Dalton and I's story of how we started working in the SID office is very similar, because I wouldn't have gotten involved with anything in the sports realm of NWU if it weren't for the class we had to take with Gina. I think it's the facility one.
The facility and management.
I wouldn't have gotten into PAing or anything like that if it wasn't for that class.
Yeah, we had the opportunity. We could shadow Matt and work for him, do like the event management. I got asked to do your job. Not my thing.
Yeah.
I did it for a couple games in high school. It was not my thing.
Gina said you could get double hours if you PA'd, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Fine. That seems easy. I know how to talk. I know volleyball.
I want double hours.
Yeah. Did you get double hours? No, probably not.
Yeah, I didn't get double hours. What was this?
I don't
what's
know what
this
it was.
about?
I guess they just really needed a PA or something. And I'm trying to think. I don't even know if Wesleyan had a PA, or I think they did for basketball,
Yeah,
but they didn't
there's-
have it for volleyball,
Mm-mm.
and they didn't until I
It's the
came.
guy
on.
that fills in every once in a while for football.
Okay.
I met him. He said he used to do it, but he like kind of was contracted through the school, but like not really at the same time.
Yeah.
They really didn't have one except for football.
I guess that's the only sport they cared about. I guess.
I've only known you as my PA.
Thank you.
I've only known you as like
and now I'm
the
gonna
worst
leave,
of
and
the
someone
worst.
we need to
Don't
figure
make
that
me
out.
cry.
We need to figure that out. NWU. Who am I training next? Because I think
Who's coming in? We need someone.
Dalton. I'm gonna train Dalton. He's gonna do it for the 1 year that he has left after this, and then he's gonna train the
and then I have
next,
to train someone
and
new.
then the next, and then the next, and then we're gonna be great. And then it's like we never even left. We're just training the next generation.
But that means I'm gonna have to train two people. Because I'd have to train someone how to do the stats
Oh, yeah.
and someone how to do the PA.
Let's talk about stats, shall we? Do you guys? So you both have done stats before for games, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about that. How does that work?
I mean, use the NCAA application. That sounds like I don't know. It's pretty simple.
Mhm.
But I would say for baseball, I do it by myself. But for all the other sports, I get a spotter or two, and happens to be the spotter
Sophie.
sitting next to
I
me.
am the spotter.
Yes, she is. I can tell you, I hear that gives 4 vibes when I ask her who did something, and she was like, "It's giving off 4." And
I don't really know. I wasn't paying
I was
attention.
like,
to
it's
that.
Yeah.
giving.
It's giving 4.
I remember during soccer season, that's what you would do.
I
Because
was-
that's so hard to see that you would
I
with those
know.
binoculars and
Well,
just looking out
I had
And
my
there.
then our
binoculars. I was
whole
like,
And then our whole entire team shaved their head and bleached their hair blonde.
No, yeah,
And
that-
so you
Oh
could
my
not tell the
gosh.
difference.
When they did that, they were really not thinking about all the people
I
that
know
would have
they
to
were being
stat
really
them.
inconsiderate.
I know.
I was like, he's like, who was that? I was like, one of the blondes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
One of the shaved heads.
That
blonde.
was
Yeah.
Shout out to the
And
people
then-
that didn't shave their head.
Who
You
Yeah,
was
love
that?
you
really
guys.
helped
Love
us.
Thank
you, Owen.
you.
Love you,
Yeah,
Owen.
You can't ruin those curls. I would have been so mad.
And Chance.
And
never
Chance,
did
I was
either.
gonna say, I remember when Chance had posted on his story that people were shaving their heads and bleaching them.
Mhm.
I'm like, you're not doing it right. And he was like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, no, you can't
There's
ruin
no
the curls.
chance.
And then he sent me a picture of himself and he was normal. He hadn't touched his hair. I was like, oh, thank God. Those curls, can't touch them.
Yeah, he sent a picture.
Please.
He sent a picture in our group chat of like all the dye and all the like clippers, and we all were like, "Chance, you cannot do that. There's no chance."
I don't know what, I guess it's just like a team thing that they did. I don't really do. You guys, I know you guys are closer with some soccer players, but do you know like the whole like main reason that they did that?
Shent did it because he was tired of having long hair, and then because Shent did it, like I don't even know who was the next person to do it. I think it was the guys that live in the duplex. I think it was Weiss and
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like two, but
it was all them and Tuba, and then Jaden did it, and then it just exploded out of nowhere, and
Yeah.
everyone started to do it.
Like, oh, soccer players.
Yep,
Oh,
Yeah.
there they are.
There they are. The,
They
the
kind of
bleached hair.
you just knew where they were coming from. So you guys work 3 days, 2 days a week. How do you manage that? So you go to class and then you go work, or how does that work?
I work in between my classes, so like I work Monday. Wow, English is hard.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
English is hard. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and so I'll go. I have a class that ends at like 10:50, another one that starts at 1. So I just squeeze in
Right in
hours
between
in between there. Yeah. So I guess in between classes.
Yeah. Sophie, how about you?
I work every day, but like,
I work when I want.
yeah, I go in and out. I'm like in the Weary all day, no matter what,
Mhm.
because of my classes. So I just kind of pop in and out. Like, I see what I need to do. I just hang out. I love hanging out with Braden. He's the best.
He's awesome.
Yeah, I
He's
love
awesome.
Braden.
And yeah, but like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I go before my classes, and then Tuesday, Thursday, I go after. So I just kind of,
Mhm.
in and out.
You do what you can.
I do what I can do.
I really hope Braden's listened to this. We all
Me
three
too.
gave him a shout out.
I was-
So he
Shout
better
out,
be giving.
Braden.
He better be
I-
giving all three of us
I
a
want to
raise
talk
right
about
now.
Braden. I just when I did the talk with Braden, I think he was like one of my like second or third interviews.
Mhm.
Like he was towards the top, and just talking to him and just him being able to get into this position that he is, like he was running that SID office with like before Canyon was there, and then he
Mhm.
was still there, and to get to know Braden on just like a personal level before he became like a boss to
I
us.
know, it's so weird.
It's weird to have him as a boss because like he's Braden, but also just like seeing him in that role and him doing everything. It's just like he was born to just be in that.
No,
He's
in
so
that
good.
area.
I always catch myself. We'll be working. I'll like turn. I'll be like, "Hey, Bray," and I'm like, "Wait, no.
Wait.
Hey, Braden,
Braden,
Braden.
SID Braden,
I mean, boss,
Braden.
boss Braden. I mean,
boss man, boss man. Hey, what is your roles when you're working in the SID office? What do you guys do?
I do like the backside of the website. So I adjust people's rosters, adjust their stats. We have like a touchscreen TV that keeps track of all of our
Like Hall of Famers and all
so
the records.
currently I've been updating that, which is a lot harder than it seems because I'm trying to find pictures of athletes from the 1990s, which it's not easy,
Yeah.
especially when we went and then we had a big gap in our filing system from 2014 to 2004.
Have you been in the like filing cabinets
Yeah.
down there? That's
Yeah.
actually a fun place down there.
I've never been down there.
You need
next
to.
time I go
I'm
down there,
scared.
you should
It
come
is-
with me. It is interesting.
It's cold down there, and the filing
No.
cabinets are just filled with just random
I always
things.
hear
and-
people talking about it, and they're like, "Oh, not the
Not
cabinet.
the-
What's going
not
on down
the
there?"
cabinets. I'm like, I want to know what are the cabinets. Let me see what they're talking about. I worked there during the over the summer, and I did the same exact thing that you're doing right now. I just put rosters and records. Like the record books was a big thing, and we had to find Hall of Fame stuff. And
Yeah.
there's just little things that nobody really thinks of, or like when I'm thinking about that, like when Candy would tell me to do something, I'd be like, that, like, how do you come up
Yeah,
with like
what?
Yeah.
like people obviously care about that and they want to know that information, but just
Mhm.
like I wouldn't have thought of that. Or
No.
It impacts a lot more than you think because like I mean everyone sees the graphics that like Sophie does put on social media, but we find all the stuff to put in these graphics from our website. And if our website was a mess, we would have no chance. And yeah, so
Mhm.
you just don't realize what you're looking at and how much time it actually takes to organize that until you do it. Like I went through, it's from 2025 to 2000, and it took me 3 days to import pictures for 25 years. And we're not like an athletic powerhouse.
Yeah.
So like 2023, I think had one person. Thank God it was Bella Hogue.
Yeah.
So I already had her picture. But like some of
When
these
you have
years
to
are
go
one person,
back
and
in
it
the
takes me
year,
like 15 minutes to search for on these old half-working Macs we have. And
True. We need to get some new computers in there or something,
Yeah.
or
new
stuff
mouse.
or a duster.
Yeah. that might
Because
help.
so we're always just using our own computers. So when we do use those Macs, you gotta
Yeah, it's
wipe
like,
them off.
uh-oh.
You gotta wipe them
boots
off
up
a
and,
little
like,
bit. Yeah.
Like restarts and updates. It's like it hasn't been
Like,
open
what's
for
the
like.
password? I don't remember the password to those. I
And then we
couldn't
have
tell
them on
you.
like the sticky note that's like
Yeah.
halfway crumpled up. Stick to it.
And
No.
and other people are writing other notes on there. So it's like, okay, which one of these is the password within all the other writing that's already there? We need different feng shui in that.
That's why we moved
thing.
that's why we moved the desks around. So Braden has the marker board next to him.
He does.
Yeah.
Hey, have you not seen the new office?
Have you not seen the reorganization?
When did you do it?
Last week?
Okay, I haven't been in there.
Has it really been?
I didn't help with it.
No.
I left.
No, I asked you to come back and help with it, and you were like, yeah,
It's like,
I'll be there.
back. No.
Yep.
No,
I will
she
move
never
the
came out.
desk.
She was
That
her-
wasn't in her designated time when she comes in.
Exactly.
Well, I still got hours for it. It was out of my designation. Shows how hard just a
She-
much harder worker than Sophie, I guess.
She has stuff going on.
I'm really busy.
Didn't you just go back to
Busy
your room?
girl. We were also supposed to have another person on this show with us today, but he was not here. Sophie and him were supposed to hard
Hard
launch
launch.
It's
Yeah.
their
a hard
relationship.
launch, but he didn't make it.
That's what I like about the SID office is that it made us closer for
Mhm.
sure. Like,
Yeah.
because you're just spending with these sporting events, that's our team. Let's
Exactly.
talk about this.
Yeah, we
So-
have our own team.
We have our own team. We do so much for the athletic department, but we're
Mhm.
not on a team. But like in the sense, I like say that I'm my own team, or like I'm on all teams.
Braden loved it the other day. Braden hired another kid named Braden, spelled the exact same way.
Was
Hired
he the guy
Tuba.
that was at the game yesterday?
Yeah, the guy that's learning
Uh-huh.
his spot. Yeah. And he hired Tuba. He was like, I have so many people and I have no clue what to do. And I
Yeah.
dropped the word teams in front of Braden. And he
Uh-huh.
was like, yeah, we're a team.
Yeah, we're a
and he
team.
loved it.
we
loved
needed
it.
like this.
No,
is,
like we
we're
really
all,
are.
We're all doing different things, but we're all just like a unified group that just
Yeah, and it's like you go into the office, everyone's doing like it's like a different thing, but then it like comes together at the end, and it's like we have these like random tasks, and then like we all like are helping in some way, and like with the sporting events, like we spend like 6 hours a day together just working.
You get to know each other. Me and Ellie have had plenty of fights in those press boxes.
Me and Dalton have a love-hate relationship. It's just our personalities are just very similar, where we're overpowering people. And when two overpowering people try to overpower each other, it can cause fights.
Well, I also try to egg you on.
I know. I have a really hard time letting people get my goat.
I'm good at it.
I know. And sometimes I'm good at getting your goat. So,
oh yeah, like in class.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good. That was so.
I pushed a button.
I pushed a button. I really got
the
him.
whole class laughing at me.
Gina lost. She thought it was so good. I was so proud of myself because I did not think that was going to get the response that it did.
And the whole class loved it.
Loved it. It was awesome. So, have you guys had any challenges before, like things where you're just like, that's just something I can't do or can't figure out when you're working in there?
I suck at taking pictures. I'm really bad at it.
Like
Sophie and Brenda take pictures. Oh my, I'm terrible at it.
We all have our own thing.
I tried. I really did.
And it's a well-oiled machine, and we all have these things that we're good at that keep things going. Like, I haven't worked in the SID office for a while just because I started doing here. But now that I'm not working in the afternoons, I can finally come back. I'm actually so excited to come back.
That office is going to be so full.
I know.
Like, every day when I walk in, it's normally Sophie, Molly, Braden, Peyton, and Tuba have been in there like the last couple of times. And now Brendo wants to come back because Brendo hasn't been working. But I know he's coming back. Now you're coming back. I don't know if we're going to have space in there.
We'll make space.
We're going to have to make space.
We're going to make space. I
have to steal more
am so excited to get back on Canva and make graphics.
I love
because
Canva.
It's just this thing. I have love for graphics. And when I see other people posting graphics and things like that, I'd be like, I would change something about that. Or maybe we could fix that font. Or, that person's body isn't going all the way down to the thing. Why is it doing that? And I'll just make little critiques, and then I'll go
come up to me, you're like, did you make this one? I'm like, no. You're like, okay, I would fix this.
Before I say anything about this, I want to make sure, did you make this?
I'm like, nope, that's not mine.
Before I criticized it.
Earlier this season, I think there was like a game day graphic made for the women's basketball team, and the picture was one of our girls getting blocked. And I was like, what are we doing?
We got it figured.
Like, she was going up for a layup, and you totally could see their center was just the easiest block of her life. And we posted it for our game day.
Yep, this is good.
I love that.
Really need to figure out. First off, who took that picture? Who thought that was going to be Sophie?
No, that was Brendan.
Oh, Brenda.
I do men's basketball.
Yeah, that is true.
That's
because Sophie likes to sometimes forget that she's spotting when she watches men's basketball.
That's crazy.
She just gets a little bit too focused on
They said that the game's too fast for me to spot that one. That's what you guys told me.
And Braden came in for the first day and he nailed it.
Yesterday?
Yeah. It was his first ever game.
He was just so focused.
The women's game,
I don't think he talked.
The first half, he sat behind boss Braden, like listened to what he said. For the second half, he came in and did it. And he was so scared, like you could tell.
Yeah.
Like every spot that he was like block 42, rebound 12. And I was like, Braden, you got to speak up, brother.
I got to hear you. And then he's like, all right, I'm in. Foul's on number 32.
And the men's game, he just starts going. And then at the end of the game, it got super close. And I remember like there was a foul and Braden stood up. He's like, that should be a foul. I'm like, Braden, you have to be.
That was me yesterday.
You cannot be biased.
Matt called me out yesterday. I was getting so just like, I knew it. I caught myself on it right away, just like of what was happening. I was like, oh, I know, Matt, you don't need to say it. I know that that was a little bit louder than it should have been. But there was just stuff that was happening. I'm like, oh my gosh. And that's what I love basketball, and I love watching basketball, and especially when I know those people. Like that's why I like going when we have like away games that I'm able to go to. I love those games.
Yeah.
And being able to say what I want to say and not having to filter myself.
It's kind of the beauty of our gym not being huge though either.
Yeah.
Is that it does get pretty energetic in there.
It does. Yesterday's game was
Yeah, that
was
really,
fun.
really fun.
Yeah, there were
I don't
some
remember
fans
the
that were
last
getting
time.
pretty rowdy.
Dr. Reddy.
Yeah, he was yelling at their
I know,
coach.
it was awesome. I love when he comes in and does that. And just like where we're sitting, we just see it everything and just are hearing it all. And I think it's just a great spot to just be at. And then you obviously have the people, the visiting team behind us. Yesterday people were chirping and like being like, broke. That shot's broke. I'm like, she just made it. Like, I don't know.
Like, what do you mean?
My favorite is there was a dad in the women's game. Bryn had already made like 2 threes, and the dad kept yelling like nope every time she chewed it. And she ended with like 4 or 5 threes.
Yeah, she did so good yesterday.
And the dad just kept yelling no, and she shot like 60-70% from 3. And I so badly want to turn around and just be like she's literally
like,
making it.
Are we watching the same game right now? Like, what are you saying? Like, come up with something a little bit more original. Like, oh, they're just saying these things. I'm like, that was great, good one, but we could do a little bit better. Maybe come up with a little bit more flavor because it's not. So, taking pictures is something that you do. Was that just something like, hey, Sophie, do you want to take pictures, or did you ask to do that?
Well, I like helped Canyon last year take pictures because he was really into pictures. He's really good.
Yeah.
But he also was the SID, so he had to do other stuff. So he had me like help him kind of with basketball games and stuff. And so I told Brayden, like, I was like, I can take pictures if you want. Because Brayden's like, I don't like taking pictures. It's funny because like him and Canyon are like opposite of like what they do. And I was like, yeah, like I can take over all that stuff. Like, it's pretty fun. I love taking pictures. And like, I don't know. I take
seen the pictures that you take posts.
I know, that's my favorite part. I'm like, oh my gosh, just waiting for them to post. I'm like,
waiting for this drop.
Hey guys, I actually posted this. I wanted them to tag me, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Little picture credits on the bottom.
Credit.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
Sophie
putting
Fitch.
like my initials on the
credit.
Put a watermark on it.
Oh my god, put a watermark
That'd be
on it.
hilarious.
I made this graphic watermark, a huge watermark that
just a big picture of you smiling in the background. Just like just like really low opacity. Just you smiling.
That'd be so good.
That would be so funny. I know every graphic I'm like, I should have put my initial on it. I was like, people, that was me, guys. I get so happy.
You could P Wolves SF bold change the letters of the S and the F in Prairie Wolves.
So true.
Or Wolves. Oh my
gosh,
it's a V, not an F.
You're so smart.
I really thought I could.
Yeah, I was like, what are you saying?
And then I didn't cook.
We're gonna throw it to break because we're going on a thing. I don't want us to go over time. We're gonna throw it to break. When we get back, we're gonna talk a little bit more about memorable moments and talk about the sports that we're not always so excited to work and sports that we're really, really excited. But we will be back on Behind the Black and Gold after this.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Attention! For the entire month of February, Acres has John Deere packaged oil and filters for 15% off. John Deere engineers its oil filters specifically for large ag equipment and commercial and residential mowers. With premium materials, these filters meet the unique demands of your farm and acreage. Following a strict maintenance routine with premium John Deere oil and filters ensures your equipment will run efficiently for years. Visit your local Acres store to start shopping today.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Early break. Joseph Kevin says the old days were absolutely not better times. Lots of hardships. Life in 2025 is better than ever.
Oh, I love when we get these jokes back. I love
Good joke, good
I love
one.
the joke. You're a good one.
Good one, Kevin.
You're hilarious, Kevin. You keep it up.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back to a happy Sunday on 93.7 The Ticket behind the black and gold. If you're just now joining us, Jay Foreman, hey, I have been in the tanning bed, and I did make that TikTok. I did actually, and that TikTok did pretty well. So I'm actually really proud of that
I even
TikTok.
reposted it. So
You reposted it?
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
it's
Son,
fire.
that means so much to me.
I did
It's
it,
the
and I
nicest
feel
thing
bad.
I've ever done for
Yeah.
me.
That's one of the better so I like totally that was my private account, and I unprivated it just because I knew that this one was
You knew it was going far.
I knew that this was
So are you
gonna-
gonna like leave it public or?
Yeah, I like changed the whole thing. I changed the username, so now like it's kind of hard. Like if you really want to find it, you got to dig for it.
I
because
just
I
asked
changed
you
the
for the name
user.
and you told me.
Well, no, I changed the username now.
Yeah, that was a while
Oh.
ago.
That was a while
different.
ago.
My
That's
bad,
when it
my
was
bad, my bad.
private. I'm not private.
Oh,
But I also like cleaned out
Yeah.
that account just to make sure that I liked everything that was going to be shown. And like when you go and do that, when you unprivate something, like you see that people have been like viewing your. I had so many people from like high school finding that and then like going and like seeing that they viewed it. I was like, oh, okay.
do you not have that off?
Jay had texted me. He was like, I saw the I think he saw my TikTok. He's like, yeah, I saw it on TikTok. Like, yeah, pretty proud of that TikTok. I was trying to show everybody when I went out last night. I'm like, hey, I have this TikTok that went viral. Hey, do you want to see it? Nobody really wanted to see it. Like, oh yeah, we already saw it. No, you didn't.
Don't lie to me.
No, you didn't. You didn't lie. Okay, what was the sound? What sound did I use? Gosh. Okay. Talking about, before we went to break last time, I said I wanted to talk a little bit about what are some of our favorite sports to cover and ones that sometimes can get a little hard. So, like we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have mine, but I'm going to let you guys go first and we're going to see if we have the same ones.
Okay.
We know which one is yours. You forget the countdown. Forget a 10-second countdown.
No, it's not. That one's not my least favorite. That is not my least favorite. I think we might have the least favorite one. Actually, no. Maybe not. Dalton, what's yours? I'm jumping.
It's my favorite sport, but it's my least favorite one to work, and it's baseball.
I was just, okay, mine too.
Because they are 2 9-inning games back to back.
Yeah.
And my job is, same with yours, I do like one keystroke like every 30 seconds, just recording something. And so sometimes it gets pretty hard.
Yeah. And especially because it's outside and sometimes the weather is.
But we have the new stadium.
We have the new stadium now. But I'm just not.
Are you doing it?
I don't know. I say yes, I say no. But with this new stadium, I kind of want to.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I mean, Tyler, well, you can do it.
But Tyler's good at it. Tyler's good at baseball. Just like kind of like knowing everything and like
Tyler knows everything. Yeah.
He knows everything. And that's the thing. I think he could do more with that than I could.
Especially Tyler sometimes gets a little monotone.
Well, we can fix that.
Yeah, it's training.
That's on you. Train him.
Okay. Just
even though he has a whole other job.
Yeah.
And he's the event manager for literally every other sport.
Yeah. Shout out Tyler.
Shout out you, Tyler.
You're doing it. You do great. We're proud of him.
We're so proud.
And he got a new haircut.
He did. It's
nice
really
haircut.
weird.
Yeah.
Because he had a lot of hair.
A lot of hair. And now he doesn't.
No.
And I can't. Sometimes I can't even recognize him.
Yeah.
That's fine. Sophie, what is your least favorite?
I've never worked baseball, but it doesn't sound
If
fun.
I think if you did work baseball, you would be saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Like the actual sports, not.
Oh, I worked football once. That was horrible.
Yeah.
But I also didn't know what was going on.
You did
because
great.
I just kind of I don't usually spot for football because I don't really understand it that well. And I went up there and I was spotting. And I was like, I don't think I said a single word. I was just hanging out. It's been fun though.
Yeah.
It was me, you, and Braden, and me and Braden pretty much did everything, but we just looked for you for the numbers, and you hit us with your signature. It's giving off blank.
Giving.
And the most annoying part about that is you're also never wrong.
I'm really good at it. I know exactly who did it. I got my binoculars. Yeah. I don't know. Soccer, sometimes it took a long time. Soccer can take a long time, but it is fun because we're in the box together.
Yeah.
We get to hang out.
Yeah, that box.
I did appreciate soccer this year just because of the people that we had in there.
Yeah, it was fun.
Soccer got a little unhinged at times.
Yeah, because Dalton is so mean. So mean.
Call you out.
He knows way too much about me, and then he'll just make these not inside, but not every person in that box knows.
No, I'll make a comment and it's like me, you, and Sophie know, and then everybody else in the box is
what does that? What does that mean? I'd be like, don't tell
You
them.
can just see the people in the stands turning around because they can hear us yelling from the
windows are open, and it'd be I remember Hallie was in there. She's like, stop yelling up there. I'm like, it's Dalton. It's not me. It was after that one that you said, and that one really got me. And I remember I knew I was being loud, and I was like, I don't care.
You hit me in class with a little payback for that one.
I did.
That's fair. That was fair.
It's just so awful.
That was funny. Yeah,
That
soccer was fun because of the people.
Yeah.
You don't really work any not high paced sports. The lowest slowest pacing sport you work is
what does that
soccer.
mean?
Like she works basketball.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was like, what did you say? Yeah.
Like basketball, men's and women's is both fast paced. And then soccer, it's not even really that slow. And I guess
we did
volleyball
for
football.
Too.
Volleyball's fun. Volleyball's a lot of fun.
I think volleyball's my favorite.
Volleyball might be my favorite. It's volleyball or men's basketball are my favorite, but they're completely different too. Basketball is way harder for me. So volleyball, volleyball.
I like volleyball because I just have to do the points. But in my head, I feel when I have to PA baseball, the thing about baseball is just I don't like the slow pace.
Mhm.
I don't like the having to like wait, especially when it came to soccer. That was I was like, that
I just
really
loved
got
you'd
me.
sit there and you were playing
just
like
sit
your
there,
little
I play on
farm
my
game
phone.
or
She's
your
playing
Candy
Among Us.
Crush.
I was playing
Among Us.
I was playing so many different games on my phone when there was like going in. But then, because the only thing that I would have to do is the lineups, and then
A goal
Yeah.
or in
until
the
a
10
goal
second
came,
countdown.
and then I would always miss the 10
It's like
second
maybe
countdown.
one.
You'd start at
Which-
like 7.
I know.
You'd be like
And
7.
then people would be like, Ellie, what's coming up? Yeah, look at the clock.
Ellie,
and
let's look
somehow
at
we
the
would give you a
time.
warning. We'd be like, Ellie, there's a minute left. And you'd
And I
somehow
still missed
you
it.
somehow would
She's
still
like, oh,
start late.
4,
Oh,
3.
3, 2. Like, oh.
In,
but
their,
that-
in your defense, I don't think I saw a single shot attempt the whole entire season in the last 10 seconds.
No. And when I do that, I like feel like I'm like scaring them. Be like, oh,
Yeah.
like why is she on the PA right now?
Yeah.
What's going on? And I try to start doing it during basketball because when I go to Nebraska basketball games, like that's when I'll like take like little pointers of like what their PA is doing.
Mhm.
So a lot of the stuff that I've like started like implementing into there. So how I don't really speak very loud or don't really give a lot of energy into and that's just like a normal thing that people do for like visitors and stuff like that, but like only saying their name and their number. Because like when you go other places, they'll say where they're from and things like that. Like
Yeah.
it's just their name and their number. Nobody's really
We play like some Minecraft music.
Yeah.
Match.
I told Matt to change it and he did. Because I was like, I cannot do the Wii music anymore.
my God,
I
it's so-
can't.
I remember
It
the
was
first
so
time we did
annoying.
it, and I was like, I thought something was going wrong. I was like, oh
Uh-huh.
my gosh,
Yeah.
like, do they
Like,
know
it's
that
not-
this music's playing
Yeah.
right now?
No, he knew.
And then
He
I
did it on
look,
purpose.
over at Matt, just laughing. I was
giggling.
like,
I remember the
oh
time he
my
played
God.
the Baby Shark song
Yeah,
called
or
Baby
something
Shark.
like yeah.
Yeah, and he played Baby Shark during their intros.
Oh my gosh.
It's so funny to see the other team. They're like,
Every time he would do it, he would just be smiling and look at him like,
yeah, he's like looking
Nah.
around to see who's laughing. He's like, guys,
Nah.
you like it? Yeah. We're like, what?
you were the only one that really think that's funny.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
was
it's
not-
pretty funny. I'm
it
not
would
gonna
get me.
lie.
But like basketball is just so I'm constantly saying something. I'm like, okay, fouls on this, and I'm watching. I feel like I'm just so engaged into those games,
Yeah.
and that's what I appreciate about basketball.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it
That's
also
why
helps
I
it like
get so
go
into it.
fast. Like
Yeah.
when we're not like doing much, like we're just kind of.
So how do you feel about softball?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes. I think I want to PA softball. That was what it was. I think softball is what I really want to start getting into.
I like baseball more than softball, but I would work softball a million times before I work baseball.
I think, yeah, I was going to tell Matt that I wanted to do softball instead of baseball this
Yeah,
year.
our softball team's also really good.
Yeah.
They're preseason. too.
I'm
Yeah,
going
that
to
would be
text
fun.
Matt after this and tell him that I want to do softball because I really like our softball team. Like just like and I like watching them and I want to actually like start watching them because I
That's
feel like I would only really watch our baseball team because I was PAing,
Yeah,
but I want to.
I'm just excited for the new stadium because we're
Same.
not gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm glad they
Like-
have like a place now.
Have you
Uh-huh.
ever been in like the old press box for our softball and baseball?
No, I've never been.
I've
to
only
softball.
been
Me,
baseball,
Ellie,
I
and
didn't.
Tyler would be sitting in there. Sometimes
It was
Maya
the
would be in
smallest
there.
thing.
And I think, I don't know. I think me and Ellie and Tyler, our arms and legs were like,
Uh-huh.
at the end of the
Fun.
shift, they were stuck to each
Yeah.
other. Like we are like
That
sitting
sounds
like this.
horrible.
It was, and also probably the dirtiest place I've
Yeah.
ever been in. The dust. And one thing about me, I don't do dust or like texture or like, I hate wood.
Oh, yeah,
wood.
you work on wood. And
You
it's
work
not
on
finished.
wood. It's not, yeah. It's
not
just,
finished.
Yeah, I don't think I would enjoy.
But
it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
liked-
so excited for the
I
new
liked
stadium.
the window that it had.
Oh,
It felt
yeah.
like I was at like a order number 3.
and then
You just
and then
slide it over.
Yeah, and then whenever we like want to talk about something that like other people would hear, we'd like
we would
slide it.
slide
close.
it a little.
Put us in the bird box at soccer days. We're like, close it.
No, yeah. The amount of stuff we just spent so much time together, and the amount of stuff that we talk about is crazy.
we really these sports bring us together.
They do.
You know.
Yeah, I would have been friends with Sophie just because of Lily, but
Yeah.
I would have never.
Shout out,
No.
Lily.
Yeah, shout out
Like,
Lily.
Well, like we do like.
Well,
like,
first time
Greek
I ever
week.
met you was with Sophie and Lily. I think you were hanging out with Sophie, and
Yeah.
you scared me.
yeah.
You scared me to death.
Oh, when you came
I
to
was
my room after
so-
class.
Uh-huh.
so unbelievably
Dalton
scared of
was
you.
so
Well, we
scared
were
of
already
you.
kind of like we knew each other.
We knew each other, but I knew you were like a dominant figure in every room that you walked into. Like every room that you walk into, you kind of like dominate the room. It's the truth.
Know.
And
I know
I was
that.
so scared of you because I also do the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the not overpowering, but just like loud.
Well,
I know I'm
when
loud.
you get me, you, and Gina,
Yeah.
and when Mando was also in the same
when
class
Mando
as
was
us.
there.
Oh my!
When Mando worked in the SID office and he did all that stuff, that was so fun.
I really wish you would have taken sport ethics last year. That class was.
Sorry, guys.
Now
Yeah.
you have.
Now
Now
you
you're
have-
taking it now. We're
Yeah.
technically still taking.
Yeah, we're
it
still in
together.
class together. You guys are just like my teachers. It's
Yeah,
weird.
me and Dalton TA for the.
They're like
sports
grading
ethics.
me.
True.
True. It's. I already
Did you guys
told.
give me 100?
I already told
I think
Gina
so.
beforehand. I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't want to. I was like, I don't really want to grade Isaac and Cole's group, and I really don't want to grade Sophie and Molly's group because like, there's no way I'm not giving you like
Yeah.
a great grade.
Well, we
And I
Or
told her-
maybe it would be the opposite. Be like, you know them, you can be
Yeah,
a little
like
bit harder.
like Isaac and
I
Cole.
want the criticism.
when they did like the what's it called, the like last part, the like class discussion, the
Yeah.
discourse. I wrote in there. I was like, I know how well Isaac can control a room, and he didn't do it.
No, yeah, that's my big thing.
But
is
like,
just, the
but like a
controlling of the
teacher
room.
doesn't know that, and so like
No.
I was like, you got to take like remember that I am friends with these people. So
Mhm.
like when we do this, like trust your grade
Yeah.
before mine.
No, that I think she said that she was going to
Yeah.
do that. What do you think the most important skill is when you're like working in these scenarios? Like an important skill to have when you're working in an office like this?
I feel like, I mean, teamwork is a huge thing. Like being able to trust everyone else, and like one time we were working volleyball. It was like the very first time, like Dalton was statting and I was his spotter, and the computer like shut down.
Yeah,
And
I think
for
I remember
volleyball
this.
is like very fast
It was
paced. And
at the
Oh,
beginning
the
of
thing
season,
about
yeah.
volleyball is we have to like every single time the ball is touched, we stat it.
Yeah.
So like I'm saying like I'm like, oh, this person passed it set by blah blah
Mhm.
blah, and it shut down. So like I had to just like grabbed a piece of paper and I had Dalton.
Oh, I
just
felt so
writing
bad.
down
I would like
every
yelled at
single
her.
number.
I've never.
I
I don't
yelled
think
at
I.
her.
Yeah,
I don't
got
think I've
yelled
ever.
at, but it's
Like me and
okay,
Sophie
like,
have
it was,
gotten
like-
into like little like almost like brother sister fights.
Yeah.
But that
I
time
think that's the whole you saying
Mhm.
brother sister is so
That
the
is-
whole
that
dynamic
is the office.
of the office
yeah, 100%.
for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, our computer shut down, and instead of like me being calm, it was I wasn't.
He crashed out.
I immediately I was like, Sophie, grab a piece of paper right now and start writing. And afterwards, I was like, I like froze up for like a minute, and I like apologized to her so many times. I still
Yeah,
do
I
it.
did not.
still
I
do
did
it to
not
this
take
day.
offense to it at all.
Hey,
I was
Sophie,
like-
remember that one time I yelled at you? Remember we were sitting here at that one time and
Yeah, I
I
was
yelled at you?
Yeah.
My dad will do that. Be like,
Yeah, well,
I just remember yelling
totally
at you that
snapped
one
at her.
point.
And I just
It was
don't do
very
that to
like
you.
it was very high tension game, and
Yeah.
it was like in the middle of a really long rally too. And it's like we literally missed all that. So I'm like
Mhm.
trying to write down the numbers, but I'm like, you guys have to tell me what's happening. I'm like,
yeah,
I
and
can't look
then-
up and just write. Oh, it was a
And
mess.
then we finally got caught up. Well, I got the computer working again. Her and Brendo, little hard launch relationship that was supposed to be here. I wish she was here. This would have made
I
the
know.
story
Guys,
way
this
better.
is not true.
Yes, it is. They're in love.
Yeah, we called it.
No.
No, you called it. We had
I
a bet.
called it.
Yeah, so they were like writing everything down. I was like trying to catch up, and we had this like weird like assembly line. We had like 3 pieces of paper, and like every like 6 points, we were like exchanging papers
Yeah.
and like getting everything caught up. And I think by like the end of the last set, we got caught up.
It was such a
But,
mess.
yeah,
It was so funny though.
It was it was interesting.
And I was
for
writing
sure.
like these weird like codes. I was like, he's like, what does this mean? I was like, I really
Oh,
don't
it was-
know.
yeah, it
in
was-
my head, it makes sense. Just
I
go
know,
with it.
Well,
like
part
I
of
had
the
like these
issue-
lines. I was like, that means a point, but then they went to them and it was
Yeah.
a block, and he's like,
This was Braden's first ever volleyball game.
Oh yeah,
My first
it
ever game
was.
statting volleyball. Sophie's first ever game spotting volleyball.
yeah, first time not being on the
Uh-huh.
sideline
So,
for the team.
It was a great
I
first
remember
game.
It was
that.
crazy.
And then that whole time the scoreboard wasn't working because me and Braden couldn't figure out the scoreboard is still set up for basketball. We couldn't figure out how to change. I think we had
change the
like
stats and
digs, or we have what do we have up there? Kills
like
and
kills
blocks.
and-
Yeah, kills and blocks.
Yeah, but it was recording kills and assists. So the amount of times that like Delaney Ferguson or like Aaliyah would have like 7 blocks, and it
Uh-huh.
just makes no sense. We
Crazy.
also had this messed up scoreboard, and
Yeah,
we
Braden
figured
was
it out.
really stressed out. So we were kind of like taking like we were like, okay, like we're not gonna ask him any questions, but
Yeah.
we had no idea what we were doing because it was our first time. We're like, all right, well, this is gonna be great. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
we
It's
cooked.
only up from here.
But
It's only
it,
up.
it
The-
worked out.
the
It was
thing
funny
is,
though.
We'll never have a harder game than that.
No.
you know, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is what we're doing for every game.
That's the joy of it for sure. We're going to throw it to our last break. When we get back, we're going to talk about a little bit more of just moments in the SID office and just looking at your guys' final year. You're going to be seniors next year. So just looking into that. Imagine how we feel. We will be back we will be back after this to Behind the Black and Gold.
Attention! For the entire month of February, Acres has John Deere packaged oil and filters for 15% off. John Deere engineers its oil filters specifically for large ag equipment and commercial and residential mowers. With premium materials, these filters meet the unique demands of your farm and acreage. Following a strict maintenance routine with premium John Deere oil and filters ensures your equipment will run efficiently for years. Visit your local Acres store to start shopping today.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall, Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Level, the Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join us and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard, guard the good life.
Hey farmers, Boyd Farm Outfitters is hosting a product expo at their facility near Exeter on Tuesday, February 11th. They'll introduce the newest products from precision planting and demo the Quick Draw Spray Tender System. They'll give you an up-close look at the Green Eye Select spraying system, reveal the future of soybean traits, and much more. Stay up to date with the newest technologies in agriculture and learn how your farm can save time and money to become more efficient. Visit BoydFarmOutfitters.com for more information, and they'll see you on the 11th.
Shouldn't the landscape around your house reflect the architecture as well as the interior? Whether it's new construction or breathing life into an outdated landscape, let the teams at Tailored Landscapes, Tailored Lights, and Tailored Life combine as your local source for outdoor living. Schedule a meeting with one of our designers who listen during our consultations and combine your preferences, plus our experience to give you a timeless, sustainable, photo shoot-worthy landscape. Call us at 402-432-2572. Find us on any social media or at www.tailoredlandscapes.com, because when you find one company, you find the benefit of three.
The Jerky Bowl has kicked off at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska. From now until halftime of the big game, every online order gets you entered into their incredible giveaway. The grand prize is a 30-bag jerky sample pack, $225 value, while second place is a 15-bag sample pack, while third place is a Be Mine jerky box. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Order now at smokinggunjerky.com, and if you enter promo code EARLY, you'll not only get 10% off your order, but also be entered twice for the drawing. It's the Jerky Bowl at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back to one final and short segment of Behind the Black and Gold on this fine Sunday. I'm joined here with Dalton and Sophie. Guys, before we wrap everything up, say our goodbyes until I see you on Tuesday. Both of you. Monday. First day back in the SID office.
She's so back.
I'm so back. I should make a post.
Yeah.
Hey, on
You
Instagram.
should.
Guess who's back?
You know, like that Michael Jordan thing when he came back from suspension? He like put out like a big, like, I'm back. You should
I
just
don't
post it
think
on
I've
your
seen
main
that.
Instagram.
On my main Instagram.
Just be like,
Make
"I'm
Instagram
back."
casual again.
Facts.
I think I should just be able to do that. So senior year is next year. What are you still, obviously, I would think you would want to still work in the SID office just because you've had so much fun.
Yeah.
But looking into the future, what do you guys want to do with the knowledge you gained at NWU? What do you guys want to do with that?
I want to be a data analyst for a sports team. So I don't know if Gina's been talking to me about it for a really long time, but we're trying to get me in contact with Nebraska volleyball. So that'd be really cool. That's what I want to try to do it. At least shadow, and if possible, do an internship because they have a data analyst for their whole entire volleyball team. So that'd be really cool.
That would be fun.
That's like my goal. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to search because there's not a whole lot of data analysts for sports teams around here. Because otherwise, I'm gonna have to find 2 internships.
Probably could Salt Dogs.
That is true, but then I have to pay for it. 'Cause it'll be over the summer.
Oh yeah.
And I only need 12 credits to graduate.
You're gonna graduate early?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
I have to take like an extra power grad class too.
Oh. Okay. Sophie, how about you?
You know, I think I want to go into like sports marketing. I'm definitely in the more like social media side of everything on the office, and like I help Brayden like pretty much control the Instagram.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. But yeah, I feel like I've been able to learn a lot about like social media platforms and like what to post, when to post, what to have for captions and like graphics and everything. I help a lot with the graphics. And so I wanted to like do that either for like a sports team or just kind of like anywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be sports, but it would definitely be a lot of fun because I love what I'm doing right now. And if I could like take that somewhere else.
Yeah.
It'd be epic.
I think captions is something that I've really
They're so fun.
Captions are so hard.
Like
they're
the
so
Almost
hard, but like
Fridays.
when you come up with like a good
I sit there
caption,
for
it's just
so
like
long.
that's
That is,
good.
it's like life fulfillment when you make a good
I
caption.
know.
Like
I
like
love
you're-
it.
Like
the
you
high
walk,
I get from a good caption. I'm telling you.
you walk through the rest of your day like
That-
you are
and you're
that
just like saying it
person.
over and over in your head. I'm like, that was a good one, Ellie, good one.
I get
still
so
remember
scared. I
when
was
you
like, I
did.
can't post it. I can't post it.
I think another one that's really hard is the correct song choice for your post.
Yeah.
Like I remember one time the volleyball team for their like game day, they did "We Bring the Boom."
That
from, like
was
the
funny.
Costco guys.
I thought that was hilarious. No, I will like because every Thursday I post the Almost Fridays, and I will sit there for like an hour and a half choosing a caption and what song to play. And it's like it seems so simple, but I'm like I think so
It's
much
not.
about
There's
it.
just the little.
It's the little
everybody
things.
thinks it's just like okay, yeah. Especially at the D3 level, like we're all students and we're all doing this,
Exactly.
and I think that just makes it because we just feel so much more involved within the, like the community at NWU, and just I think that's the most fun about it.
I know.
Yeah.
Like
for sure.
We get to like be part of like all the teams and just
Mhm.
like being up in like the offices up there with the coaches and like the teachers. It's just
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Like-
very involved and very like open community.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel very powerful though. Like when we made
Uh-huh.
the soccer all conference graphics and we knew who was all conference and I
Yeah,
live
you know
I
it
live
before
with
everybody
yeah, we
else
know
does.
stuff.
I live
It's
with
like,
6 of the soccer guys, and
Yeah.
so they were in my ear constantly. Did I
Yeah.
make it? Did I make it? And like I was
You
trying
had
to
to.
do homework, and it's
Uh-huh.
like in a different tab, like Canva tab of all
Uh-huh.
their graphics.
You have it up.
I know we have the power. It's kind of
It's
fun.
just a fun little thing. Worry. Well, I don't even know what I was trying to say with that. But just I just appreciate every person that's in the office and just like the little things. And if you haven't been told it recently, good job.
Thank you.
Because there's just so many little things that I know that go into it. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate it. And the fact that I get to come back and do it with you,
I
I'm
know.
so excited. It's a blessing in disguise. I'm like, yeah, Austin is tricky. If you're listening to this, I'm gonna miss you so much in the afternoon. But
What happens?
I
We're
gotta
If,
come
stealing
back.
her
what
back.
happens if like the 3 new hires? What if they think you're also a new hire?
They
How
better
are you
not.
gonna feel?
I'm gonna make it known that I know a
You're
little
like,
bit
I
more.
run this place.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for being on the show. That was so fun. Just talking and doing what we're doing what we're good at is talking and just
Exactly.
doing little things. Happy Sunday, everyone. We will be back next week with Behind the Black and Gold. Have a great rest of your week. And if nobody tells you this, for the rest of the week, you're doing a great job. We're proud of you, and just keep on going. Happy Sunday, everybody. Adios.
Hello. Thanks.
Angela, we have to break up
But why?
because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh, wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Attention Nebraska sports fans, are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join us and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard, guard the good life.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old-fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29